From binge watching to bank account, turning knowledge into content that sells. Chances are you've consumed way more content than you've created this month. And no judgment, I've been there too. You've got notes from that marketing podcast, 12 unread ebooks, and a folder full of screenshots, but zero posts, zero videos, and zero sales to show for it. The truth? Information without creation is just entertainment. And the last time I checked, entertainment doesn't pay your bills. Today, we're going to break that cycle. You know, the one where you convince yourself you're working on your business when really you're just learning about building one. I'm going to show you exactly how to turn all that knowledge into actual content. Content that attracts your audience, builds trust, and yes, can lead to money in your bank account. By the end, you'll walk away with a system you can use today to turn the content in your head into content that actually sells. Recognize the learning trap before it eats your time. First, let's call out the enemy, the learning trap. It's the illusion of progress without the progress. When I first got into content creation, I convinced myself that reading just one more book or watching just one more video was gonna move me forward. I wasn't lazy, I was working hard, but here's the problem. Months later, I had nothing published. It's like studying how to swim, but never getting in the pool. Understand that overconsumption is a form of procrastination, guys. According to a Harvard Business Review study, we retain only 10% of information we passively consume after 72 hours unless we act on it immediately. You need a create to learn ratio for every hour of learning. Spend at least 2 hours creating. Shift from student to practitioner. The fastest way to become an authority is not to know everything. It's to show your audience how you apply what you're learning. I used to think I needed years of experience before I could teach anyone anything. Then I came across Hormozi's idea of document, don't declare. You don't need to declare you're an expert, just document your process. I started taking a single tip I learned from a podcast, testing it that same day, and then posting my results. That post got more engagement than anything I'd ever shared before. People trust relatable journeys more than perfect expertise. Gary Vaynerchuk preaches, document, don't create, because your audience wants the real life lessons, not polished hindsights. End every piece of learning with the question, how can I test this today and share what I find? Build a knowledge to content pipeline. If you don't have a system for turning what you learn into what you post, you're going to keep stockpiling ideas like that forgotten gym membership you've got. Once I realized I was drowning ideas with no output, I built a simple pipeline using AI. Now, whenever I read, watch or listen to something valuable, I write down the key takeaways in my notes. I drop it into ChatGPT and ask it to help me turn it into 3 content formats, short form, carousel, and long form video scripts, and schedule them for posting later that week. This simple process took my content from random and inconsistent to steady flow without burnout. Use AI as a translator between what you know and what your audience needs to hear. Create a Goldmine document. Every insight you consume goes in there. Then batch convert those into posts. Learn something about storytelling. Make a reel, a blog post, and a LinkedIn post, all from the same lesson. Monetize the content you create. Learning feels good. Creating feels productive. But you know what really hits? When your content leads to cash. When I started making content from my own notes, I didn't expect anything to come of it. But one day I posted a breakdown of how I use AI to script videos, and then someone DM'd me asking if I could help them with their scripts. That's when I realized, guys, every piece of content is a silent salesperson, but only if you point it towards an offer, which at the time I didn't actually have. But it did validate the bottleneck my audience was going through, which was highlighted in my Instagram reels. Daniel Priestley talks about the 7-11-4 rule. People need 7 hours of interaction from you, 11 touch points, and 4 mediums before they buy. At the end of your post, mention your free training or your assessment or your waitlist. Don't leave them guessing the next step. Content should move them from stranger to follower to customer. So the next time you catch yourself binging a video or scrolling through Twitter threads, stop and ask, how can I turn this into something my audience can use today? Because the truth is, the people you look up to aren't necessarily smarter than you. They've just mastered the habit of creating more than they consume. If you want to go deeper into my system for turning your ideas into scripts that connect, check out my free training. The link's in the description. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.